Yo, yo, yo. I'm gonna sneeze. I bet I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. I was right. Man. Yeah. Little vlog update here. It's hard to know how to start this one. It's hard to know how to start it. Anyway. Just left my fiance's house, and I'm staying at a family from my church's house because I'm pet sitting right now. So I'm going back there to take care of the dog and stuff. Hopefully he hasn't had any accidents, which he may have, but I hope he hasn't. And I hope that if he peed on the hardwood floor. But so basically what had happened was anyway, not to air all my personal business, but I'm just gonna try to talk about some things. So I have struggled in the past with being able to express myself and talk about my feelings when it's hard. Because sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it's hard to talk about your feelings. Duh. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's really hard, you know. Sometimes it's dang near impossible, it feels. Maybe it is. It seems like it is sometimes. Well, not to get too crazy here, but I think this dude has side views on. Not to get too crazy, but in my first marriage, I struggled to share my feelings about things. I had gotten a little frustrated and a little upset over time, a little aggravated, etc., etc. And let's see. So I ended up bottling it all up because I didn't know what to do, because I was like, dude, I can't. If I tell her these things, it's gonna break her heart. She'll never be able to handle it. So I just held it in, you know. Which is unfortunate because that's not healthy and that's not the right thing to do. But you can't really blame people who do that, because sometimes we don't know how to express ourselves. Sometimes we don't know how to explain our feelings. Sometimes we don't know how to talk about it, right? We need to talk about it, but we don't want to, or we don't know how. And so a lot of times we just don't, because we just say, no, I'm fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We refuse to work or go through these things. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I am pretty confident, though, that things will ultimately be okay. It's going to be an interesting day, because I had a talk with my fiance tonight, and we kind of gone through some stuff, dealing with some things, and ended up talking to her, and talked about some things I was kind of frustrated about, and it was really hard, because it was like I was trying to be good, right? I was trying to do it the right way. And not be hurtful, not be aggressive or anything like that. And sometimes it's really hard, because I was handling emotions that I've been frustrated by for a while. And basically some things have been happening for a while that have just been frustrating me. I'm not gonna zero in on those things, but what happens when you have things that are frustrating you for a while? Well, at first, it doesn't really bother you that much. It just kind of is what it is, and it just kind of happens. And sometimes it just goes away, and you get over it, and you deal with it, and you're fine, everything's fine. Other times, you go through things, and it's like, it's not fine, and it's kind of annoying, and it's kind of frustrating. But you know what? You deal with it, you get through it, you work through it anyway, it gets better. And then other times, it hasn't changed because you haven't done anything to change it, or you haven't changed, and it keeps happening. And now every time it happens, it makes you angry, because you've been dealing with it for a while and you don't know what to do about it and you're struggling and you haven't really expressed yourself about it. So now this thing is really driving you nuts. So, and I did say that tonight, that it was part of the frustration has come from my not talking about it, not handling it and stuff like that. So it was really hard, but we did talk about it, and it was late. Of course, we watched the ball drop. We stayed up till midnight and everything, and so it's late. It's 1:38 now. I'm on my way back to get the dog out, of course. But she was really tired, and we couldn't keep the conversation going because she was too tired, and it was too late. But I was able to I was able to say some things and explain some things that I have been feeling, things that I've been dealing with, and stuff like that. Things that were driving me nuts. And it's hard because you never want to tell the person that you love that they're doing something that drives you nuts. You know, because you want to love them, and it doesn't mean just because they do something that drives you nuts doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means that something's happening and it's really annoying you or frustrating you, and you know, maybe you should talk to them before continuing to stuff it down, etc., etc. But the talking to them is not easy. It's not easy sometimes, and I think it gets easier the more we do it. But it was just really hard, and my first marriage fell apart basically because I was so frustrated, and I was not really expressing myself like I should have been. But I didn't even know that expressing myself in that way was a thing. I didn't even know you could do that, really. And so things kind of piled up and added up over time. And they got really rough. And it was basically like, well, you know, it's now gotten to the point where you can't handle it, no matter what. And the only possible outcome that seems to be acceptable at this time is to end things. That's how my first marriage was and how it ended. And obviously I don't want anything like that to happen with my relationship now. I don't want anything bad to happen to it. But still, it's just hard sometimes because like you have to talk about things, you have to get them off your chest, you have to deal with them. And I have not historically had an easy time with that at all. And yeah, it's been really, really hard. It's been really, really hard. And so in other words, long story short, I'm feeling good because I actually did talk about some things tonight and got some things off my chest, etc. And again, I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. Tomorrow's going to look interesting. I know we're going to sleep in. But let's see. But I'm interested to hear what she says, and I'm interested to hear what she comes back with, because I don't know. I don't know what she's going to say, and I am a little worried because I'm not sure what she's going to say, but I'm optimistic and hopeful, just like I always am as well. So, not too worried. I'm sure we'll be okay. But it's scary because you don't want to hurt the person. You don't want to hurt your relationship, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot that you don't want to happen.